So, Latoya Kite has asked me to make a little video to talk about how I feel about my best friend's journey with cervical cancer. So, as some of you may know, most of you may know, if you don't, I'm telling you now, my best friend Latoya has been diagnosed with stage 1 cervical cancer. How do I feel about it? I hate it. I hate every piece of it, y'all. I mean, nothing about the situation is good for me. The chemotherapy, the radiation, everything. Everything's horrible. I hate all of it. She definitely asked us to do a video to see how we're feeling so we can hopefully be helpful to others. So here's my input. I hate cancer. All right. It is definitely something that you never want to see anyone close to you go through. There's going to be some hard times. There's going to be times where you want to holler, scream, cry, kick for them. Do it. I do. I do it faithfully all the time, especially when she's not sounding good and see, here's the other thing. I'm in a different state from her. So it's very difficult because I'm not able to get to her and give her a hug or pull up on her real fast or even take care of her the way that I would want to and be there physically. So a lot of what I'm doing, I have to do virtually. I have to do over the phone. And I hate it. I hate all of it, y'all. It does not feel good. My heart breaks for her all the time. My heart breaks because I can't picture my life without my best friend being here with me. Like, that's just not even something that I can wrap my mind around and hold on to at this point in my life. Like, I tell her all the time, I need you to fight. I need you to do whatever you need to do to get strength. I need you to do whatever you need to do to keep pressing because I need you to be here. I need you to be here. It's so selfish. It is so selfish, and I'm absolutely okay with it. I need her to be here with me and for me. So I need her to push and fight and do whatever she needs to do. Now, I'm not going to get emotional because that's not what this is about. If you are a friend or a loved one and you're dealing with someone in your life that's dealing with cancer, the best thing I can tell you is get your emotions out the best way that you can. There are people that you may have to go lean on and vent to. That's even happening now. Like, there's certain things that happen in my life and I don't want to call her and tell her and burden her with certain things because she's already dealing with stuff. But then, she gonna go off on you if you don't tell her because she wants to feel normal still. She wants to feel like someone's taking her away from the stuff she's dealing with. So one of the things I'm good at is making her laugh. Y'all know I'm ridiculous all the time. So humor is one of the best ways that I can help her heal and just to be there for her and love her. I hope that this is definitely something that's going to be a thing of the past. It's not going to come back. She going to beat it. She going to be fine. It's going to be an amazing testimony of what God has done, will do, still can do. But we don't want him to have to do it no more with her or anybody else I know. I'm sick of cancer. I've lost a lot of friends and a lot of loved ones to cancer. It's not cool. I hate it. So if you ask me how I feel about it, I'm going to tell you my feelings are mixed, but really it's a lot of anger towards it. It's a lot of frustration towards it. It's a lot of questions that I have. And I think the worst part is just being away from her. So y'all pray for me. I'm trying to be strong for her. I'm trying to be strong for her husband because he's vented to me as well. I'm trying to be strong and take it in. But if you ask me how I feel, I hate it. I don't like it. I'm angry about it. I'm mad that it happened to her. I'm mad that she has to deal with this. I'm mad that these type of diseases can still exist. But it does make you very aware of your health. It does make you very aware of the changes that you need to make. It does make you do a lot of research about it so it doesn't become such a silent killer. Now everybody's going to be aware of it and how to keep these tumors out of your body. I hate it, y'all. I can't say that enough. I hate every piece of it. I love my friend. I want her here selfishly for me, for y'all, but mainly for me because that's my boo. I love her. That is my womb mate. We've been friends for over 3 decades now. It's just something that I have to say, I hate it, but I'm here for her. So I hope that helps somebody out. Get your anger, frustration out. Do whatever you need to do. I hope it helps somebody out. Again, I hate it. Bye.
So I'm here to talk to you guys about my sister's diagnosis and how it impacted me. I can say from the beginning, the moment that I found out was in the family group text. When I found out in the family group text, she just at that point, they thought it might be cancer. They were not sure yet. And so when we received that message, I said, okay, maybe this just going to be one of those moments where the doctors see something and they don't know what they're talking about. And that's what I wanted to be. You don't know what you're talking about. And so I came home for Thanksgiving. And when I came home for Thanksgiving, that week that I was home was when because she had surgery a couple of days before I got home. She had surgery, and they were checking it to see if it was indeed cancer. So she had the surgery, and we were waiting on the results. She got the results, and I remember being numb. I remember immediately feeling numb. And I'm a little different from my siblings. I get numb when I hear such terrible things about immediate family or friends or whatever. I get numb. So I immediately go quiet and I don't talk. And, I ain't no good for the world. So my immediate thought was, why her? How does somebody, why her and not me? How does somebody that is such a vessel, and I know you got to be careful for what you ask for, but it's just what happened at the moment. Because how does somebody that's such a vessel for God get such a diagnosis like that versus me? She's truly dedicated more than I am. And it just shocks me that somebody like her, it happened to. But I just was saddened. Then I was confused, and then I got angry because it didn't make no sense to me. And so then after feeling those emotions, I became scared because now I knew what was next. I knew that now that it's cancer, that means chemo. And it was, it's got to happen or it's going to spread. It's like something that you can't get away from. So you just like really, I started getting so scared for her because I'm thinking like, if that was me knowing I got to take chemo and knowing the side effects of what chemo is, not really fully knowing already at that point, finding out later the full side effects, but knowing what chemo do to a person, I just didn't want her to go through that. And I just wanted, I just didn't want her to go through that at all. But then, my sister, but the turning point is my sister's spirit was different. I know probably by herself she has her moments, but anytime I talked to her, she was on the phone and she still sounded like herself. I mean, people, you can call people and check on people and they'll be like, I'm alright, I'm hanging in there. She was never like that. And so, who am I? So I'm like, she's taking this well. So I'm like, okay, let me be in that type of spirit like she is. So, that's what I did. Then, then finding out what stage it was made me feel better. And finding out how long chemo was made me feel better. Because had she not been so invested in herself, man, those results could have been way worse. And I'm so thankful that she's so invested in herself. And I'm sure she's told you guys, keep checking. And when you know your body, you know your body. Because sometimes, we feel certain things and we be like, but she wasn't one of those type of people. And for that reason, she was able to catch this thing early. And now she can beat it because now I know the percentage and chance rate of survival. The type that it is very rare and not even aggressive as much. So, and the stage that it's at, it's just like, there's a light at the end of the tunnel for that. Like, And I'm just so grateful that it wasn't a situation where we were told that, hey, it's gotten so bad to the point where you got 6 months. I'm just grateful that it was something that isn't gonna be here for months and months to come. It's gonna be something that is just gonna pass her by because it, I now understand it was meant for her because of her platform. And I now understand that there are certain things that she's going to have to go through that I don't have to go through because of the calling on her life. And so I had to stop the why her and not me, because without these battles, she won't be able to help other women, because she can't help other women without a background. So that was how it impacted me and how I felt about the entire situation of her diagnosis.
Hello. I am Sateria. I am one of Latoya's baby mamas. Latoya is the godmother to my child Lyric. So yeah, that's out the way. That's who I am to Latoya. How has Latoya's diagnosis impacted me? It took me back a little bit or whatever. I cried when I first heard that she had to that they found something, and that she had to have a biopsy done. Every time you go have a pap smear, for some odd reason they tell you you got precancer cells, so, and all this other stuff. So I told her, I was like, girl, you good. Ain't nothing, child. They told me that you good. And then to hear it come back as actually cancer, yeah, it was kind of like, what? That's stupid. Like, why? How? And just the timing that it came in, being that, Lyric had just lost the auntie, and then, 2020 just sucked. And, people were it was just a lot going on. So to hear that, it kind of take you back, and you kind of get into your head, and not necessarily on that faith level that you're supposed to be on. You kind of look at the what ifs or whatever, and not necessarily what you know as a Christian you're supposed to do or supposed to believe or trust or whatever the case may be. So it kind of took me back or whatever, but in the beginning. And then me just thinking of, Latoya has played a big impact, has a big impact in my life, or played a big role in my life, sorry. And still does. And even with Lyric, by her being her godmother, which is a person in her life that plays a big role in her life, I'm sorry, as well. So Lyric losing her aunt, and then hearing that, and then, that's just a lot on the child. So yeah, initially it was a lot. Where I am now, I know she's gonna get through it. So, I'm fine right now. I pray for her every morning. Well, not every morning, but every Monday. Baby, I'm sending a text message. All right, come on, let's knock this out, get it over with. So we could be the survivor that we already have been, that you already know that you are. So, I mean, that's how it has impacted me. So, yeah, that's all I have to say. I'm not really good with words, but yeah, that's all I have to say. It impacted me in the beginning. Right now, I'm okay. I have faith, and I know that we shall and we will get through this. Period, Pooh.